Now let's meet the man who started a music production company to promote independent artists throughout Long Island for free. And as our Jody Goldberg tells us, there's no catch.
Our goal was to really give back to our local artists.
So that's exactly the reason why 22-year-old Dominic Capuano of Massapequa started Sage Empire Productions.
One day I had the idea to provide artists local to Long Island with opportunities to perform live. We also wanted to give them opportunities to share their music.
It's a close-knit, multi-genre music community founded by Dom less than a year ago, with the hopes to work with aspiring musicians from across Long Island in an effort to give them the opportunity to be recognized, something Dom says they should be given a shot at.
It's not easy to book gigs and to get shows, so having someone there to bring you the opportunity, that I think that's something that kids would really like, really appreciate it.
And the name Sage Empire Productions is very simple.
Well, I wanted a word describing a group of people. So we were looking into different things, and empire was always a word of mine that, a word that I thought was really cool, really interesting. And sage is the color of my favorite video game character. So we put the two together and we came up with the Sage Empire. And then after we had this whole idea, we put it together and we became Sage Empire Productions.
By day, Dom is a food delivery man, and sometimes at night too. But when he has time, he spends it helping others. And that even means taking his paychecks and putting them toward his organization. But he'll tell you it's worth every penny.
Growing up, when I was a little kid, definitely banging on pots and pans was probably how I started. When I was maybe 5 or 6, that's when I started playing piano, and it was progressive as I got older. I played guitar a few years later, then moved on to a bass guitar, then moved on to drums, and before you know it, I found myself going to school for audio engineering and production, in which I learned how to work inside of an actual studio, a live studio atmosphere, and that kind of inspired me to go about giving other kids that same chance.
You just get it.
Just kind of like a sound bite to follow behind it.
I've known Dom since I was about probably 13, 14 years old. Keep doing that.
Artist and producer Joe Sorrentino supports Dom. The 22-year-old is equally immersed in the industry as he is. Joe is part of a collaboration called Django.
I just love helping people. I love seeing people pursue a career or a dream that they actually have and they want to come true.
I don't want people to forget about how important it is for our local artists and our local musicians. Like, they put a lot of time and a lot of effort into what they do, and they deserve more credit than what they have.
So how does it work? In just a short amount of time, Sage Empire already represents more than 20 Long Island artists and has over 30 volunteers involved, some of whom do graphic design, others lighting and photography, all free of charge.
It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, but I put that hard work and I put that effort in, and sure enough, it blossomed into what it is.
I think it's absolutely phenomenal that you can grow up to have those resources at your fingertips, with someone like Dom willing to be able to put anyone on, be able to help, especially when people are new in the beginning. Not necessarily they're not good, they're inexperienced, they don't know.
But Dom says it's not just the destination, it has plenty to do with the journey itself.
If I had somebody that came over to me and said, hey, do you want to be produced for free? Do you want to make music? Do you want to make an album? Do you want to perform your creations in front of a live audience? That would be something that I'd be very into.
It's a production company and family, a place where artists are able to express themselves along with their creativity, all for the love of music.
It's definitely a good feeling. It keeps me alive, it keeps me happy, it keeps me going, it puts me in a good mood. For me, it's something that it's always going to be a passion of mine.
To have people like Dom who are so, just willing to help, like just completely willing to drop what he's doing, put his own money into events to make sure that he could better people around him. I mean, I just think that's absolutely phenomenal because, like, if I had that growing up, probably would have made me not be so bitter towards some of the people that weren't necessarily nice to me.
And in addition to assisting up-and-coming musicians, there's some helpful advice along the way.
Put the work in, be dedicated, don't stop at anything, keep trying. You're gonna run into brick walls, negative things are gonna happen. Don't think negative, keep thinking positive, and just keep going. don't stop.
Some people like fast cars, some people like, you know, video games, some people like, you know, just expensive things. You know, me, I like seeing people like be happy because of something that I did.
Stage Empire is always looking for new talent to produce and promote, so if you're interested, we'll tell you how to get in touch with them on our Facebook page.